Hello everybody out there, this is Ollie Barstow here for Visordown.com, and here on your screen is the BMW M1000RR, which has, if you hadn't noticed, been launched to great fanfare as the firm's most serious attempt at creating a sports bike so good it will sweep all before it on the racetrack and charm us off it. Before we delve in for a closer look at what this winged beast is packing, as well as the bikes it has to defeat in more ways than one, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for loads of shiny new regularly updated video content. And go on, bang us a comment and we'll do our very best to answer any questions you may have. Done it? Yep. Okay, off we go. Looks and sounds familiar, yeah? Well, there's a lot of significance riding on this machine. Firstly, it represents a new flagship for the brand's fledgling line of sports bikes. It will become the most powerful model in the firm's range, and, perhaps more importantly, it is the first ever BMW motorcycle to wear the hallowed M nameplate. So here's a quick crash course in the BMW M brand. Launched in the 1970s, it was initially tied into the firm's successful four-wheeled motorsport division because M equals motorsport, obviously. And as over the years filtered across to its road-going models, leading to all manner of critically acclaimed M3s, M5s and the like. Since BMW's racing exploits on two wheels are a relatively new endeavour, beginning just over a decade ago with the first generation S1000RR's World Superbike debut, the prospect of an M variant has only existed in the rumour mill, until now. Significant though it may be for the more anorak enthusiasts among us, the BMW M1000RR fundamentally exists because the S1000RR isn't, well, good enough. On track that is, anyway, because the second generation model, launched in 2018, remains in many ways a class-defining model when it comes to day-to-day action. However, after hitting the track in 2019 as part of a revived, fully-fledged factory assault on the World Superbike Championship, there haven't been all that many headline-grabbing moments to talk about, even if Tom Sykes' efforts have landed a few podiums and to date 2 pole positions. It doesn't take long to see where the BMW S1000RR is left looking a touch flaccid. Let's just say you don't see it completing all that many overtakes in a race. Quite the opposite, in fact. Can the M1000RR reverse those fortunes? Well, we'll have to wait until it hits the track in 2021, with Sykes and new signee Michael van der Mark fronting its charge, but there's little doubt BMW has thrown a very expensive kitchen sink at this project. So let's look at the stats. Interestingly, in terms of power, the M1000RR remains a relatively modest 212 horsepower, just 8 horsepower more than the standard model, and just about on a par with new Honda Fireblade, but well down on a 235 brake horsepower Ducati. However, as one can expect from BMW, it is brimming with interesting tech that will no doubt be akin to inserting a very clever brain into a motorcycle, while it's up the RPM by 500 and shed some pounds to make the most of those extra ponies, which in turn lifts top speed to a spine-tingling 190 miles per hour. You'll also notice the M1000RR has spread some wings, something that's becoming rather in vogue since the tusk-like appendages appeared on the Ducati Panigale V4R, with Honda incorporating them into its SP version of its Fireblade 2. However, the M1000RR goes a little further, with a tiered system that from certain angles looks like 2 little fighter jets flanking the front end. These will likely evolve into the next generation of movable wing technology, which reacts and move independently when riding, by maximising grip when needed in bends and minimising drag when not. It's no coincidence this very bit of tech has recently just been given a green light by World Superbikes, so expect to see them flapping away at a racetrack near you soon enough. Speaking of the racetrack, it does have some stiff opposition in combat because, though the S1000RR is only in its second season, it is already one of the older machines on the grid. The Ducati Panigale V4R launched around the same time, Honda's new CBR1000RR-R arriving for 2020, and Yamaha gave the R1M a significant update this year too. Only the Kawasaki ZX10RR is older, but it's dominating with Jonathan Race, so if it ain't broke. Of course, it is arguably Ducati that BMW is going for in its approach with this bike, looking for some one-upsmanship in the engineering stakes if it's never going to rival a Panigale for sheer desirability. It's certainly going that way in terms of pricing because at just over £30,000, this racer for the road is for an exclusive few who can justify that much green for a motorcycle and probably have access to a racetrack to unleash its full potential. Then again, the Ducati is £35,000, so who are we to judge? In terms of everyday performance, the standard S1000RR remains an excellent choice, offering an engaging blend of thrills and refinement depending on the occasion. Though the racier tone of the Honda Fireblade and the aging but still very handy Kawasaki ZX10RR remain our go-to if we're likely to detour home on a B road rather than go to Tesco. Of course, we'll need to ride the M1000RR to find out if proof is in the pudding. One can assume BMW isn't going to diss much effort just to come home from Phillip Island or Donington Park or Assen empty-handed. BMW might have the heritage, or really the silverware, to rival the likes of Ducati, Honda, Kawasaki and Yamaha at the moment. But with the M1000RR, it shows just how seriously they are taking this rebooted superbike effort. As they say though, win on Sunday, buy on Monday.